How do we experience joy in our everyday, ordinary lives? Good morning. My name is Father Frank Buckley, and I am the host of our meditation group, Flourishing During Times of Uncertainty. We are delighted you are all here to build a little contemplative community of contemplatives in action. This is a three-part program. We always begin with a little inspiration, and then we move after the inspiration to the transformational part of the program, which is our 20-minute silent meditation. We begin with a little guided meditation. Then we just drop down and experience God's love. And of course, the third part is the Ignatian Examen, where rather than just jumping up and beginning our day, we take a little time to really notice where God has been moving in our lives and the world. We come with the attitude of gratefulness, of encountering His unconditional love, and notice how that is moving and transforming our lives, our hearts, and the world. So for this morning's inspiration, I have chosen something from a personal hero of mine, our Jesuit Pope, I almost said Jorge Bergoglio. And for this, it is from his document, The Joy of the Gospel. And the question for the morning is, how do we experience joy in our everyday, ordinary lives? Pope Francis certainly points us in the right direction. Let's begin. Let us go forth then. Let us go forth to offer everyone the life of Jesus Christ. And here I repeat for the entire church what I have often said to the priest and the laity of Buenos Aires. I prefer a church which is bruised, hurting, and dirty because it has been out there on the streets, rather than a church which is unhealthy from being confined and from clinging to its own security. I do not want a church concerned with being at the center and then ends by being caught up within a web of obsessions and procedures. If something should rightly disturb us and trouble our conscience, it is the fact that so many of our brothers and sisters are living without the strength, the light, the consolation born of friendship with Jesus Christ, without a community of faith to support them, without meaning and a goal in life. More than by fear of going astray, my hope is that we will be moved by the fear of remaining shut up within structures which give us a false sense of security, within rules which make us harsh judges, within habits which make us feel safe, while at our door people are starving. And Jesus never tires of saying to us, give them something to eat. Amen. Thank you, Pope Francis, for those beautiful, beautiful words to enlarge our imaginations into ways that we can experience the joy of the gospel in our communities, in our lives, but most importantly, in our hearts. And one of the ways we nourish ourselves and the world is by prioritizing that relationship with Christ. In our morning practice, we give God the first 20 minutes of our day in silence to notice where He is stirring our hearts. And when we have an encounter with the unconditional ways in which He loves us, our only response can be to give it away, to feed those who are hungry. So let us begin. None of us can do this alone. We need a community. So I invite you to find a comfortable space wherever you may be, in your home, on the streets, in a tent. And then the method is so simple, it is almost too good to be true. We just sit down and we unplug. So I am setting my timer for 20 minutes. I will ring the bell to begin 3 times, and then at the end I will ring it once to complete our 20 minutes. So let us start. I invite you to take your shoes off, place your feet on the earth, our mother, to lower the eyes or close the eyes, just something that feels safe to you, and begin. Listen, listen. The sound of the bell returns us to our true home. Let us begin with diaphragmatic breathing and then move right into the silent meditation this morning. As a community, inhale and exhale. Beautiful. 2 more times. Inhale and exhale. Last time, deeply as possible. Inhale and exhale. Continue to breathe on your own. Take your attention to the breath. Drop down and enjoy a little deep rest. Gently bring your attention back to the room. If the eyes were closed, go ahead and open your eyes. I invite you to circle your wrist one way and then the other. Just bring a little circulation back into the body. Stretch the arms out a little one way and the other. Raise the arms up high, get large, deep inhale. And exhale, shake out anything you've been holding on to and return to the room. So now we will just do a little Jesuit examine. And before we begin, I want to remind everyone, starting tomorrow, I will be doing my 8-day retreat. So we will do our morning practice at 8 instead of 9 for the next Friday through the following Friday. So we all get to get up a little earlier. Good luck with that. For the morning practice today, for the Jesuit examine, I would say one of the best morning practices ever. I absolutely love Pope Francis, and his words this morning just touched my heart at a very deep and profound level. This idea that I want a church that is bruised and broken. This faith of our pontiff that the joy that Christ offers us knows no limit. And we are privileged to experience God's love and to share that with a broken world. What a beautiful, beautiful way for all of us to start the morning. Thank you, Pope Francis. Another place I noticed God come alive recently, I shared with you that yesterday morning I did immersion where the kids from Georgetown College Prep did a Zoom. So 9 of the students from Georgetown Prep, along with their professor, Damon, all zoomed in, and I got to share with them a little bit about the beautiful work we do here at the center in Hollywood, as well as the 5 F's for brain health: faith, fitness, food, focus, and friends. And it was really a lively, beautiful discussion. So, Damon, thank you for that opportunity to share what we're doing in Hollywood with the students at Georgetown Prep. It was a really beautiful experience. And then very last but not least, this morning I do my Flourishing and Recovery group. And as I drove up this morning, there was a line of many, many people who are planning on doing the physical distancing on the patio and doing the group with us this morning. But what caught my heart the most, I'll call him Johnny, is someone who I have known for many years, who has been in and out of the rooms of recovery. And I saw him at the food pantry on Tuesday, and he was really struggling with his addiction. And I invited him to show up this morning. And as I turned into the parking lot, I saw this kid waving from a distance saying, "Father Frank, I'm going to be there today." So that fills my heart with joy, the joy of the gospel, what Cardinal Bernardine says, the peace that only God can give us. So I invite you to put the beautiful ways you've experienced the joy of the gospel in your examine in the comments today. Let us continue to keep Craig in our prayers, one of our part of our contemplative community. Craig, I saw you on Facebook, and it looks like you're moving out of the ER back to the hospital, and we will storm heaven with prayers that you make it home safely. God bless you, and see you tomorrow at 8 a.m.